Chelsea 2, Liverpool 1. What a game of football this was. Back and forth, gritty, drama, great goals. A lot in this game. Phenomenal game. If you didn't watch it, go and find a replay of it online somewhere and watch it because this game was phenomenal. Opens up. Both teams start out strong. Both teams creating chances in the first half, looking deadly. But it's Chelsea who score an absolute rocket by Caicedo, catches the midfield sleeping, breaks past McAllister, and just rockets one before Konate or Van Dijk could step up and stop him. And poor defending from Liverpool for one of them not to step up, stop him, from someone not to just be there in the first place and not let him get that shot off. Too much time on the ball. And after that, Liverpool looked rattled. They looked shell-shocked. They looked frustrated. Szoboszlai was arguing with Salah. They were passing it to nobody, going nowhere, out of play. The Chelsea press was getting to them. And this game looked like it was going to be an upset. And it was. But second half, Chelsea come out, keep the pressure on. Liverpool still creating a couple of chances. They capitalize with a little bit of luck with Isak's touch, but still a good move down the right-hand side. Lucky not to let up a goal from Chelsea. Poor from Chelsea not to put their chances away, to get into better positions, and not make themselves 2-0 up. But then, after that, after Liverpool get their goal, they were purring. They were looking like they're going to get a goal. They were looking strong. But still, at the back, they were a little weak, and Chelsea was getting chances against them. Gittins and Estevao had two really tough shots for Mavrodashvili to save. And then, in the end, 95th minute, overlapping run, Cucurella puts it in. Estevao taps it in. A chance created from a side that they were creating a lot of chances from. Garnacho did it a couple times down that left-hand side. Putting it in, nobody was really there. I really would blame Pedro Neto for not being in the right positions to put that away. Those were his goals. He could have easily scored two, maybe even three, if he was in the right position on those crosses. But Chelsea, the deserved winners, statement win for them. A team that's been criticized a lot for their last couple of results. Yes, they were world champions, but they were not the best team in the world or the best team in the league. Nobody really looked at them like that. It showed in their last couple of performances, losing to Bayern Munich and to someone else who I can't remember. Losing to or drawing with Brentford, which they were unlucky to. And who's the other person they drew to? Crystal Palace on the opening day. Lost to United. Lost to Brighton. Bad results. And a lot of criticism for this team. A lot of criticism for Enzo Maresca. But they went out and they tried to win even when it was 1-1. And they were letting up chances. And the defense was all over the place. They went out and they tried to win it. Maresca made the right substitutions, brought in the right players, ended up getting the right deserved result. But for Chelsea, the defense still weak. Yes, they lost both of their center backs from injury, and Achepom, I don't know how to say his name, was having a good game, was doing well a lot of the time, pressing up and getting right on Isak so he couldn't get the ball. Great game from Robert Sanchez, I think. Not really forced to make a lot of crazy saves, but his distribution a couple times to Garnacho, really, really strong. Garnacho, someone who I thought also had a good game. Dangerous. Probably should have got booked for diving in the box. Caicedo, Cucurella, Enzo Fernandez, the three most consistent players for Chelsea, performed phenomenal today. Obviously, Caicedo with the banger. Enzo Fernandez, the grit, the running that he did, the passes, the chances that he got on the end of, very, very good from him. Unlucky not to put that last header that he got away, but Cucurella kept Salah quiet almost the whole night, and the overlapping runs, the passes he was making, very, very dangerous. Very good game for Chelsea, very good win. Now they need to kick it into gear, be the top 4 team, borderline title challenger that a lot of people looked at them as. Couple injuries, but when this squad's fit, it should be phenomenal. They should be a really good team, young, talented. They have a lot of depth, so I wouldn't be too. They should have gotten a center back. in the summer. That's the one thing that everyone told them is that you need no, not just some young kid. Not I know Hato played center back, but he's more of a left back. You need to go out and get a Gahey, maybe a Bastoni, maybe a I don't know, Konate, or not these people exactly, but someone of that ilk, a high quality to world class center back to shore up this defense, or a really class goalie. But tonight you can't really put it on Sanchez. Last couple games you could have, but not as well tonight. Very good game from him. As for Liverpool, the defense was all over the place today. Konate, even Van Dijk today, who I did not think was very good. We're getting cut open. The wing backs were getting destroyed. You know, when Garnacho's cooking you, you know you're having a rough day. Pedro Neto really didn't do a whole lot, but when Esteval came on, he looked so dangerous against Robertson, who I think was better, Robertson, than Kirkes, but still not great. Going forward, he was great, creating a lot of chances, pressing really high, but defensively got caught out for that last goal. Probably should have done a little bit better. The midfield today is where they really lost out. Down paper, they have the midfields when everyone's fully fit, they're pretty even. But with Gusto starting and no Cole Palmer, you expect Liverpool to win the midfield battle. They spent 116 million on Verts, who didn't start, but when he came on was so poor again. Gravenberch caught out a couple of times, did good filling in at center back. Not the worst game from him. Szoboszlai, I thought was probably Liverpool's best player. Dangerous on crosses. Looked better than Bradley did defensively. Didn't look as rattled as he did defensively. Gakpo, probably the second best player, was alright. You know, he had a couple of times where he wasted chances, but he did look dangerous. Probably was the most dangerous out of the attackers. Obviously got the goal, so that's easy to say. Isak, not his best game. Picks up an assist. A little bit of a lucky assist. Ekitike didn't come on, really do much. This is a game that probably could have used someone like Chiesa. I was surprised he went for Endo. Maybe McAllister was hurt. But I think this was a game that was begging for someone like Chiesa to come on, get a late goal, add to the attack. And it just never came. And this game really could have went either way. I thought Liverpool honestly were going to steal it, but I'm happy not just because Chelsea won and it helps Arsenal, but because Chelsea kind of deserved to win this game. And I don't like Chelsea by any means, but I need what's best for my team. Chelsea are 5 points behind us. They're 6th. They're competing with Man United in that area. They're not title challengers at the moment. Liverpool are the team to beat. And they're still second, you know. Can't overreact too crazy this game, but it's the last 3 games. 3 poor performances that have been caught out and deserved losses. They've skated by with wins in games that they probably should have drew or even lost. And it's come back to bite them. And this team needs to improve. This team slot needs to get in these people's heads that they're champions. They need to play with more confidence, more grace, more precision. Because a lot of the passing today was that was the main thing that stuck out to me, is the passing today was so poor for a lot of chances that they could have created going forward, giving up the ball in bad areas. Same thing they kind of did against Galatasaray. And it's not to say that these games are easy, like Stamford Bridge is an easy game, or playing in Istanbul, or playing away at Palace is an easy game right now. But you guys are champions, and you guys are supposed to do better. It doesn't really get much easier from here for Liverpool. Looking at their upcoming games, yeah, Man United, not the team that they were years ago, tens of years ago, even 3 years ago. But you have to go play them. They're coming off a win. And they could come out and give a result against you. They've drawn the last 2 times they've gone to Anfield, when Liverpool have been a far better team than them. They have to go away to Frankfurt. You have to go away to Brentford. Not the worst, definitely winnable games, but tough teams on their day. Teams that can get a result out of anybody on their day. You have Crystal Palace in the Cup, a team that's beat you the last 2 times you've played them. Granted, one of them is on penalties in the Community Shield. Then by the time it's November, their November run isn't even much better. Villa, a team that's finding their form. Real Madrid, City away, who could have found form by then, could be a lot better than what they are right now. Forest, and then after that, you got an easier period. That's not even talk. That's months ahead. But Liverpool have a tough run in. They need to shore up. They get some time off. They need to just collect themselves. And if they want to defend this title, they have to be serious about it. They have to seriously improve the performances. Seriously. I'm buzzing as an Arsenal fan. I love to see this. I want to see both teams lose if they could, but that can't happen. And if I had to choose one, it's the one that's competing with the title, the one that could have gone top if they won this game. Very happy. Very, very happy. We'll see how we kick on. We'll see how Liverpool kicks on. We'll see if Chelsea can push into that upper echelon. I think teams ahead of them, Bournemouth, Crystal Palace, Spurs, will probably drop off a little bit. Teams that aren't on great form right now, but not serious top 4 contenders. Maybe Spurs. I think I put them in 5th at the beginning of the season. You expect teams like City, who are behind them, to do better. City could win tomorrow and push them down the table, and I think City would move up to 5th if they win against Brentford. But I'm very happy. I'm very happy with the result. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Drop a like if you like my videos. Subscribe if you want to see more of them. Share it with your friends.